Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're playing around with some new makeup. I'm really excited. I picked up the Summer Unrated collection from NARS and we have some really neutral shades, really pretty. There's a face palette, eyeshadow palette, so we use those. I also have a couple things from Tarte, tried out their new complexion products, and then a lipstick from Fenty. So you guys, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button down below, hit the bell for notifications of new videos, and if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. I really appreciate it. But if you want to see how those products gave me this look, just keep watching. Okay, the eyes are primed, and I have the new NARS eyeshadow palette. This is the Summer Unrated. First off, can we talk about this packaging? I think it's stunning. Now, the only thing is, if you touch this, you're gonna have the fingerprints on there, but it is really pretty. There is a good size mirror in here, and then you have some neutral shades, you have some shimmers, a couple darker shades just to build up the outer corner, which I appreciate. I do wanna swatch some of these shimmers because like this shade right here, it's got red and gold. It looks like a pressed glitter, but I think it's a shimmer. And then this one right here, you guys, these are beautiful. So I do want to dive in, swatch a couple, see what to play with, and go from there. Okay, so this first shade is Summer Moon. This shade is a little like light pinky with kind of a cool undertone. The second shade is Love on Fire, which this is that like red and gold. It looked like a pressed glitter, but this one is actually really stunning. It's kind of like a burnt orange with red and gold in it. It is quite interesting. Then we have Komodo Island. This brown shade kind of goes on like the grungy green. It has an interesting shift. It goes from like brown to like jungle green, if that makes sense. Then we have Bird of Paradise. This pinky shade right here on my pinky goes from like pink to orange, and it looks like it has like a silver shift in it, but it's ever so slight. And then this shade on my thumb is Orgasm, which if you guys know the NARS line, you know that they have a cult classic called Orgasm. They have it in blush, they have a lip. It's just, it keeps expanding, and this shade right here is just that really pretty pale pink. This one has more of like a purple hue to it, whereas this is that pinky shift that we know and love from the blush. So those shimmer shades are stunning. I kind of want to play with this one right here, but I ended up doing a neutral eye look as I usually do. And looking at this, I feel like we have a good mix of matte shades and shimmer shades. I do kind of want to play around with this pinky shade right here, but this shade right here is just, it's speaking to me. Got my kombucha, and I'm ready to dive into these shades. So I think the first shade I'm going to jump into is this one right here, which is Spiaggia Rose. It is one of my favorite shades to reach for, kind of like that mauve-y pink. I'm just going to grab that on my fluffy crease brush. I'm going to pop that in the crease and a little bit in the outer V, and then probably dip into the darker like brown shade. I'm not going too heavy-handed with this yet just because I want to see what the color payoff is. I do like NARS eyeshadows. Anyone started watching the new Bridgerton season? I think I'm into the second episode. And so when it came out the first time, everyone was raving about it. Everyone was talking about Bridgerton, but I didn't have Netflix. So I didn't really watch it until one of my friends was like, hey, you need to watch this. Let you borrow my login. And I binged watched it, you guys. So now the second season is out and I had to watch it. I don't know. I'm interested to see how the rest of the season is. Are you watching it? Are you intrigued? I'm only on the second season. I'm only on the second episode, so I can't ruin it for you. But I want to know, what do you guys think of Bridgerton? Are you watching it? Are you over it? Let me know your thoughts. Okay, so I did swatch this matte shade because it looks more like a charcoal than a black. So I kind of want to build it up a little bit. Okay, so this shade Fetish, we're gonna pop that in the outer V on a compacted, we'll see if I can pack that on a little bit. So if you notice when I did this shade right here, the Spiaggia Rose, I didn't go too far in because I want the eyeshadow primer to still be sticky for this shade right here before I lay down my shimmer shade. That's how I get away with not having to do a cut crease necessarily. But I think this palette has some really pretty colors for the summer. It's a little bit on the darker side. I am gonna go back and put some more of that pink just to kind of blend out the edge. But I think it is a good start. Blend it a little bit. There is some good payoff with this. I'm gonna dip back into Spiaggia Rose just a little bit. And right here on the outer edge, just kind of blend those together so we can get more of that hue. I really like that. I think that that blend is really pretty. So, and I am bringing this out a little bit, not down necessarily, because I'll do that when we actually do the under eye. I'll use that same shade, make it a little cohesive. Now I'm gonna go into Summer Moon, just on my ring finger. I'm gonna pick that shade up. I'm gonna put it down in the center and into the inner corner, and I'll finesse it a little bit with a brush. Now I have a dry brush. We'll start out that way first before I put setting spray on it and see if it picks up well. Ooh, it did. You guys, that is amazing. That shade is beautiful, you guys. Have you seen this? Are you thinking about it? I really like that. I do need to clean up right here though, because it kind of fluffed everywhere from my finger. No extra product. I'm just gonna come over here and kind of fluff it out of the crease a little bit. Okay, so the eyes are done as much as they can be, and I just primed my face because we have a new foundation to try out. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Cloud Coverage. Has an SPF 15, and I have it in the shade 22N Light Neutral. So I wanna try this. And like these squeezy tubes are what a lot of the foundations are coming in right now. I do like the Shape Tape Concealer, but I also have another concealer that came out from Tarte, so I want to try that with it. I don't usually try two new like complexion products at the same time, but they're from the same brand, so I would hope that they go well together. Okay, it looks like it's gonna be a good shade match. I don't know that it's necessarily supposed to be like a foundation. It's supposed to be more of like a BB CC cream. Okay, so I just found it, and this is the Cloud CC Cream Broad Spectrum. It retails for $39. So it's light as air, medium buildable, flexible coverage, bouncy cloud-like texture, feels comfy and weightless, natural matte finish looks and feels like your skin. Cloud 9 Complex drenches skin in 24-hour hydration, and it's supposed to minimize look of pores, fine lines, wrinkles, and uneven texture, which I'm okay with that. So this is what it looks like right now, and then this is my skin with nothing except primer on it. So far, so good. It also says it is crease-proof, transfer-proof, vegan, and dermatologist tested. I think this is really pretty. So I could wear this to work. It's not super heavy. I think there's some good coverage. Let's do the rest of it. I feel like a little bit goes a long way, because just a small like pump is covering a lot. There's some areas where I might go back in a little bit just to like cover it up a little bit. So far so good. I'm gonna build it up a little bit in a couple of these areas. I try not to put a lot on my forehead, but right now I'm seeing some of the dark spots that I have on my forehead, or my sun shield. I joke about it, but I used to get teased for my forehead, and I was really insecure about it, but you know what? If you can joke about it now, it's not a big deal. Okay, I really like this. I think it built up well. It doesn't look like it pulled in any of the areas. I didn't go in really too much here just because I have a concealer. So far so good. I am gonna go in with my sponge. I do like to like kind of press it in a little bit. Now for concealer, I have the Tarte C Power Flex. This just came out a couple weeks ago, I think. This is in 20N Light Neutral. I do like the Tarte Shape Tape. I have both the hydrating and the original. So I'm gonna use this, and then I'm also gonna use my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. I really like this one. It's in the translucent shade, so it's not gonna change the shade of this, and I kinda wanna see how it looks because I have, this one's in Sugar Cookie. I have it in Cupcake, which has like more of a beigey tan hue. So I wanna see what it looks like with translucent on. I'm gonna start with one eye, see how it looks, and then go in, especially because I don't know how quickly it dries down. And I make that mistake a lot where I'll do both of them at the same time. I'm just kind of like, that was a horrible idea. All right, so it has a really big doe foot applicator. I really hope this is the right shade. I may have gotten it too dark, just a little bit. We'll start there. It feels really thick and creamy, kind of like the Tarte Shape Tape. It is really thick. Might have to get in a lighter shade, you guys. We'll see how it blends out. So far so good. It's with concealer, without, you can see a little bit of like discoloration. I wouldn't say I have like black under eyes or anything like that, or dark circles, just my redness. It's not bad. I should probably go a shade lighter though. We'll see how this one kind of sets while I blend this one out. Okay, so looking at this one, because it has been sitting for a second while I blended this out, it does not look like it has like completely fallen into my fine lines. I will tap it out when I go to put powder on it. Okay, you guys, so far I like this concealer under my eyes. We'll see how I feel at the end of this video though. The foundation, it kind of started to settle into my lines, but I can tap them out, set them with powder, and see how they are at the end. It is really easy to press out where it starts to crease though, which is nice. I can see some of my redness right through here, even though I did like go in to build it up. I'm not too mad at that because I will do blush and it will probably cover it up. You guys, this watermelon one, so good. Especially like spring. I don't drink kombucha all the time. I'll do it probably like twice, 3 times a week, just to like cleanse the system. But it's so yummy, you guys. Going back into Summer Unrated, so we can finish off this under eye. I'm gonna go back into Spiaggia Rose. I'm gonna take this underneath the eye, place it, and then blend it out. And then use Fetish to deepen it up. It is quite funny how different this shade is when you place it before you blend it, because it is more of like a reddish hue when placed, and then blending it out, it just feathers. Now going back into Fetish, place it just under the outer V, right here. And then Pacted smudge brush, just on the outer V a little bit. It's a little more smoky-eyed than I thought I was gonna do, but I really like this so far. I don't know, let me know your thoughts. I've been doing a lot of smoky eyes. This one's a little more subdued smoky. I've done some really like dark smoky. Okay, so I also have the Summer Unrated Blush and Bronzer. This is so stunning, you guys. So the blush that we have is 𝐎𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐑, and then this one is Casino. I've never used Casino, I've used Laguna a lot, but I just talked about Orgasm, so I'm interested to see what 𝐎𝐴𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐑 is like. I'm going to, on a contour brush, I'm gonna dip into the bronzer. We're just gonna use it as contour because why not? Ooh. You guys. There's a little bit on the warmer side. I also don't do like a full on like harsh edge powder to make it chiseled. That's just not my vibe. But I do like to define this hollow part right here a little bit. I like to pull it up and push it into my hairline. And remember, we're gonna have blush on top of this. Now switching over to the bronzer brush, I'm just gonna tap it in, and you guys, it's concentrated. Don't use a heavy hand. Just dip in, place it where you need to. You can build it up. I went in a little too heavy. But it blends out nicely, you guys. This will be one of those that I just reach for in the summer. Chuck it in my makeup bag if we do any like weekend road trips or whatnot. Cause so far, I really like this. I do need a suntan though, you guys. Now for this blush, I'm gonna go in a little bit lighter. Definitely should have done that with the bronzer. All right, I picked up so much. Just tap, 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 tap. I do like the NARS Orgasm blush. I have it, I have a really big one of it, and then I also have a face palette that has it in it. I really like those two together, Casino and 𝐎𝐴𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐑, as a really pretty shade. It's a really pretty combo. I do need to do the inner corner highlight, so I'm gonna reach for my Jaclyn Iced Highlighter. Really, really enjoy this. I just used this in my last Get Ready With Me new makeup, and it was actually just sitting on my makeup table, which is why I reached for it. But I do like how icy it is, and stunning. Okay, so we're pretty much done, and I need to do my lips. I picked up one of the brand new Fenty lipsticks. This one's in Mother Lava. First off, you guys, look at this component. I really like this. And then you twist it and it pops up. Plus, they're interchangeable. So you only had to buy one of these, and then you can just pop them in and out. Of course, it's not gonna do it right now. So it just pops in. I have the cap for this so it can go back into my lipstick drawer, and then I can chuck a new one in here and just be out the door. So I don't have to have a whole bunch of them in these big bulky containers, and it just clicks back in here. So to start out, I'm gonna go ahead and line my lip. The MAC Lip Tensity Lip Pencil in Fresh Clay. This seems like it is the closest color to the one that I have, which they look similar. I haven't tried this out. I've been waiting, so let's go ahead and line these lips real quick. And I like this one because it's just one of those twist ups. I was in love with this shade for quite some time. It's been a minute since I've worn it though. Okay, so let's dive into this lipstick. It's a little bit lighter, but it blends out beautifully with this lip liner. You guys, this lipstick feels amazing on the lips. Really creamy, just it feels so smooth. And the little lines that I have definitely filled in. I absolutely hate lining my lips. So when I do and then I put lipstick on top of it, I always hope that it looks good. And I think this turned out beautifully. I think it was a good color combo. So if you're looking for a lip liner to go with it, MAC Fresh Clay, you guys. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts down below. This is the final look. Went a little smoky, was thinking I was gonna go a little more neutral, and that's definitely not which way I went, but I'm not mad at it either. So we played around with the NARS Summer Unrated, and the palette has some really pretty neutral shades, some pops of shimmer. This shade right here to just kind of smoke up the outer V, stunning. I really, really like this. I do wanna play around with this one so bad. It wasn't where I was going today, but we got more time. So this is really pretty. Let me know if you're looking at picking that up. And then of course, the face palette with the bronzer and blush, the Orgasm X was stunning. I don't know if it's different than the original Orgasm or if they just amplified it more, but I think it turned out really pretty on the skin. I like the bronzer. I've never used Casino before. It's always been Laguna, which is, I have a couple of those in my drawer. So it was nice to try something different. And then the Tarte Shape Tape Cloud Coverage. This still looks really nice on the skin, has not sunk into my lines. And then the concealer, this one, my under eyes still look decent. My under eyes are always the one thing that I'm just kind of like, ugh, they're always gonna be creasy and weird. It's just a matter of if the product sinks into and falls into those lines. And it's not, it looks actually really nice. It's just, as you get older, your skin changes, and I'm not mad at it. I think that that was a really pretty combo. Usually I don't do a foundation and concealer and a powder trying out, but these two together, really pretty. Probably could have gone with a lighter shade on the concealer, but I think it turned out nice. And then the Fenty lipstick, really nice. I really like this actually. I think it is a really nifty, neat. I think it's really cool. Just a different concept, because I have some chunky ones like this, but if I buy 2 or 3 of them, they take up a lot of space. So the little tiny component, this little part right here, super easy to store, and then I can just interchange this and put it in my purse. So I do like that. Need to pick up some more shades. This one, Mother Lava, I really like it. But you guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications of new videos. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And until my next video, you guys, bye. And I'll see you in the next one.